This animal should not exist. So this video says, and today we're going to be watching it. I'm curious, why should this animal not exist? Are its nuts too big? Does it have 4 nipples and it's only meant to have 3? Does it have 5 ear holes? Was it caught dogging in the deep sea? Who knows? We're about to find out.
This animal should not exist.
It shouldn't
Welcome back.
exist.
Charlie here. Did you
Hello,
know there
Charlie.
are over 2 million species of animals in the world? But
and
sometimes
growing.
rare animals that in
What?
theory shouldn't
Oh my-
exist are born. From a dog born with double muscles to a mysterious creature found in Thailand. These animals truly are one in a million.
Oh,
First,
so
we
it's
have
these
to look
animals,
at this
okay.
glowing cat. How on earth does this cat glow in the dark? Well, it's all
swallowed a
thanks to
glow-in-the-dark ball.
science. In 2011, scientists inserted a gene into cats. This gene produced a fluorescent protein inside the cats. The protein was called GFP. It was made to try and help cats not get ill, but it had a side effect that stunned the scientists. The gene is naturally produced in jellyfish. As you may know, jellyfish can sometimes be fluorescent. So with this jellyfish protein inside the cats, they can now glow in the dark too. It's
That's
amazing
so
how such a small
odd.
genetic tweak can do this to cats. It looks as though these cats have a real-life superpower. Now,
I
you
want one
have
of
to see the
those.
crocodile buffalo. But I have to warn you, this creature shocked the world. In
Crocodile
2015,
buffalo.
villagers in a rural village in Thailand found something bizarre. They found this creature which was later dubbed the crocodile buffalo.
But
The
he
animal
looks
was born
upset.
to a buffalo mother. The mother had previous histories of birthing normal buffaloes. But clearly this animal is far from normal. It has scaly skin like a crocodile.
Does
It does
hurt,
have the
man.
hooves, body and limbs of a buffalo. But its head is perfectly flat, and
That
its skin
thing
is all
is
dry
nuts.
and flaky. Some believe this is the product of a buffalo mating with a crocodile, while others say it may be some sort of genetic deformity. For example, a skin disorder which occurred within the womb. Either way, it's safe to say this animal is most definitely one in a million. Next,
in-
let's look at this 2-legged dog.
I'm sorry.
It's
Look
Faith.
at
This
it!
dog was only born with 3 legs, but sadly one of them had to be amputated, leaving Faith with only her 2 back legs. Amazingly, this dog can walk on its hind legs like a human. The dog's owner, Jude, was very sad. She
God.
realized many people did not think this dog should even be alive. Many vets and experts said the dog should be euthanized, but Jude didn't listen and always had faith in Faith. Jude was determined to make her dog's life as normal as possible, so she
God.
taught Jude how to hop, and eventually how to walk and even run. It's amazing seeing this dog walk around on 2 legs like a human. This dog later went on to be an inspirational story and
I
helped
don't know
many
what to say
wounded
about this.
veterans. She visited 2,300 wounded
you know,
soldiers in
wiggly tail.
hospital, some of which had also lost their limbs. But Faith was proof to them
Yeah,
that
it's alright,
even
it's
if you
not all
do lose
bad.
your
Look, here's a
limbs,
dog
you
with
can
only
still
2
press
legs.
forward and live a good
Oh,
life. In total,
poor
she was seen
thing.
by over 2 million active soldiers and inspired every single one of them. In 2006, Faith was given a non-commissioned rank. That is the US military rank
Oh, so the
E5
dog's
Sergeant.
died now,
This is given to
unfortunately.
military personnel who show manpower and strength. It's safe to say Faith definitely did that. Moving along, let's look at this dog born with
Jesus.
double muscles. This
Yo,
is a
I bet he's in
double-muscled
pain.
ribbit. This dog is named Wendy. If dogs could become bodybuilders, I think they'd look like this. Wendy is very muscular and also totally natural.
Looks like
No
he's in
steroids
pain,
around
man.
here. Wendy is 60 pounds of pure muscle, but it's not
Christ,
thanks to working out or exercising. Instead, she has a rare genetic disorder. She is twice the weight of a normal dog of her breed. Before she passed away, Wendy took part in a study. It was to find out
Poor
how her
thing.
genetic anomaly made her so muscular. But unfortunately, the study was inconclusive. And to this day, we don't exactly know how this genetic abnormality occurred. The only thing we
just
do know
madness,
for sure is
innit?
that this dog
Madness
is
in the
most
genes.
definitely one in a million. Moving on, let's look at a 4-legged duck.
Oh my
In
God.
2007, this rare duck was born in New Hampshire, USA. He was named Stumpy as he had 4 legs. His main pair of legs he could use for walking, but behind his main legs was another pair of legs.
He's got
But
stabilisers.
Stumpy didn't have these extra legs for too long. 1 year after he was born, he caught one of them on a fence. causing one of the legs to be amputated. The year after that, his other leg fell off, leaving him with only 2 legs.
Oh, so-
After he lost
yeah, so
his
he lost
2
the
extra
stabilizers.
legs, he lived life as a normal duck with only 2 legs. Experts are not exactly
hell.
sure why he was born with 4 legs, but it's believed it was down to a rare genetic mutation. It must
Probably.
be seriously rare because in my research I didn't find any other 4-legged ducks, meaning that Stumpy most definitely is one in a million. Now we have to look at the giant Wetapunga. You've likely never heard of
what
this
name is
very
that?
scary creature, and to be honest, you might not want to.
Oh, look
This
at the
animal
size
is
of it.
found in New Zealand, and is the largest species of weta in the country. These can weigh up to 3 ounces, and be up to 20 centimeters long. If you're scared of these, then don't worry, they are rather rare.
Good.
But many are still irked by how big these animals really are, especially as normal wetas are much smaller. Now it's
Yeah.
time to look at the Cyclops goat.
Oh my-
A few
right,
years back,
what
people in
is
India
this
thought
thing?
they found an alien, but it turned out to be a goat with only one
Oh.
eye. Many compared this goat to Cyclops from X-Men. That's
They thought
because
they
it only
found
has
an
one
alien.
eye but somehow survived. It lived a normal life for some time before it passed away. Normally these Cyclops goats don't live. The goat's condition is known as cyclopia, which is
Whoa.
caused when the developing brain doesn't separate into 2 hemispheres, causing the skull to only form 1 eye socket. The condition
dear.
can occur in many animals and even humans. This goat also had no eyelids and no eyelashes. It was also missing 1 ear and many of its teeth. It also had a shortened jaw and underdeveloped nose.
Poor
It's safe to say
fucker.
it got a pretty bad hand when it comes to genetics, but at least it survived for some time. Say it got a pretty
wait, I'm sorry. Looks like a pensioner trying to shout.
Like most goats will go down in history. It
The
will always
goat.
be remembered as a one in a
The
million goat.
goat.
Moving on, let's look at this 2-headed snake. It's scary enough to find a 1-headed snake, let alone one with 2 heads. Both of the snake's heads react independently. They can
Bro.
eat, drink, and flip their tongues separately. Experts examined these snakes and found out how this happened. It turned out this snake was actually 2 snakes that were twins, but inside the egg they
alright.
failed to separate, leading to one 2-headed snake.
Well, they
You
seem
may
pretty
think a
common,
2-headed
these all these
snake would
different
be
ones.
more
Bloody hell.
dangerous
What
or
the hell?
scary, but it's actually quite the opposite. Because they have 2 brains, they conflict with one another. For example, one brain may want to go one way and the other may want to go the other way. Because snakes can't speak, they can't collaborate that well, making this genetic abnormality rather unhelpful. It's believed
Yeah, I'd
2-headed
imagine
snakes
so.
are rarer than 1 in a million. Next,
Well,
let's
it
look
can't
at
be.
the
You're showing, like,
giant
15
squid.
examples.
Squids
Wow.
on their own are mysterious and bizarre creatures, but giant squids don't even look real. They most
Oh,
definitely should not
Jesus
exist. They have red
Christ.
skin and very powerful tentacles.
That's-
They also have gigantic eyeballs. Many describe these as real-life sea monsters. Giant squids have the largest eyeballs out of any animal
That
on
is
Earth. Their eyes
huge.
are
Oh my
around 10
God.
inches in diameter, which is
Wow.
larger than the average human face. Just imagine
That's
an eye the
nuts.
size of a face staring at you. The reason why their eyes are so big is because they swim in the deep, dark sea. Normal-sized eyes wouldn't be able to see a thing. Like their name suggests, giant squids are giant. They can grow to be 60 feet in length, which is
Wow.
longer than most boats. They're also so strong they can often fight sharks and whales. These animals are also very rare. They've been around for hundreds or thousands of years, but the first photo of one was caught in only 2004. That was when Japanese researchers found a living giant squid in the ocean.
That's
Finally, let's look
scary.
at this 2-faced cat. This is Frank and Louie. That's right, this one cat has 2 names because it has 2 faces. These are known as Janus cats,
Janus.
named after the Roman god Janus who had 2
Oh,
faces.
fair enough, fair enough.
Usually Janus cats don't
Probably
survive,
two-faced for different
but
reasons, though, him.
amazingly Frank and Louie survived for 15 years,
Really?
breaking the world record.
No way.
Surprisingly, they also didn't have any other health issues. Experts aren't sure what causes 2-faced cats, but clearly it's some sort of genetic abnormality.
weird,
It may
man.
be twins who didn't separate in the embryo. It's sad that many Janus cats don't survive, but it's definitely amazing that Frank
Poor
and Louie
baby.
did. If that doesn't make them 1 in a million, I don't know what does.
Truly, 1 in a million. I thought it was like one animal. It was just like, it's like this one freak of nature that somehow survived all these years, from like the prehistoric era to now, and now like it's still roaming, and you can go visit it down at, I don't know, Swansea. But Christ Almighty, I was in for a ride there. 2-faced cats, 2-headed snakes, granny goat, absolutely nuts. But hey, that was. This animal should not exist. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and as always, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Make a dream come true today. With that said, I've been BDF018. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.